Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we're going to be working with some napkins and my wood blanks. So I did one side, I'm not going to show you yet, but take any napkin. I wanted something a little bit different this time because I want to color on this. And I just thought that would be fun. So these have little bees and flowers and I just thought they were adorable. So I'm going to take part of my napkin here. And you can make a lot out of this. So one napkin could really go far. Kind of decide exactly how you want to do this. So I love the bumblebee here. So I just want to kind of get an idea of how exactly I would like to add this onto my piece. So I want the bumblebee, but if I just do the bumblebee, then I don't get much of the flower. So let me look at another one and see exactly where we can get some more flower. So here are two bumblebees. So we could take this section here and use that. Or we could take this section here and use that one. So there's a lot of options that we have. So kind of play around and figure out exactly how you want your piece to go. So I'm going to cut it right down the middle here. You could use just the flowers if you want. It's really up to you and your preference. And then this one comes with, like, it's 2-ply, so take off that extra layer there. And then just kind of decide exactly where you want to lay it. I like to do this ahead of time. This way, after I put my Mod Podge on, I could just go right to work with it. And then right there, I like that. Okay, so now that I know exactly what I want, I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I'm going to put a thin layer on. You don't need a very thick layer when it comes to napkins because the napkins do absorb it fairly quick. And then let me lay that down. And I will go over that one more time. When I'm going over my piece, I just want to make sure that my napkin stays nice and flat. It doesn't get crinkled up and yucky looking. So let that dry. Let's do this one. Make sure you're getting your edges real well as well. Make sure you're getting your edges well. This way, you don't run the risk of your paper kind of popping up. And then I'm going to go right there. There we go. So now I will let these completely dry before we go on to the next step to color them. So my pieces are now dry. So I'm just going to take my nail file and clean the edges up here. You could cut these, but using a nail file will clean it up just as nice. And you could just go just like that, and it kind of just pulls it right away for you. If you do not have a file, just use your scissors. Okay, So now my edges are nice and clean. I'm going to take my poker tool, poke right through that top hole. Make sure that's nice and open. There we go. Next, I want to take some of my alcohol markers here. And I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with them. And I'm going to take my pink and my purple, some blue, yellow, and green. I don't need these two colors. And I'm going to take this and right where all my little shadowing is, I'm going to add some of my pink and purple. And you'll see I'm not coloring the whole thing in, just where the shadow is. If you want to do the whole thing, be my guest. Go ahead. You know, have some fun with your pieces. I just want to do just a little highlighting. If you have acrylic markers as well, that'll work. It's much easier when you're just following the lines that are already there, so you know exactly how to shadow your pieces. And then I like to take my purple and just kind of go right in where that pink was and just add a little bit. You can stick with just red. You know, you can just have a lot of fun. That's the whole purpose of me really kind of doing these videos, is to show you different ways that you could just have fun with your pieces using things that you most likely already have around your house. So, even the napkins, like if you don't want to go out and buy napkins, a lot of times people, when you go to their parties or whatever, they'll have fancy napkins. You know, take one home. They're not going to care. They're going to say, go ahead. And then let me just do a little bit of my bee here. And you can see I'm not even coloring the whole thing in. I'm just kind of doing like chicken scratch, I guess you could say. And then a little green there. Let's do the green leaf. And then for the wings, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of blue. There we go. You see how cute that looks? I mean, how fun are those? Oh, I forgot the purple on this one. Gotta do the purple. And then after this, I'm going to add just a touch of silver to really make it just all come together and pop. And only on the flower. So I have my small chrome marker here. And then I'm just going to take it and just follow my black lines. And not all of them, but most of them on the flowers. You see, how pretty is that? So something so simple and easy. If you have kids that like to color, this is a fantastic way to have them do something a little bit different with their art. And you can even wear their art and show it off, and that'll make them excited. So now I'm going to let this dry for about 10 minutes because I don't want my UV resin to kind of smear everything. So let it go for about, about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we will resin these pieces up. My pieces are completely dry now. So now it's safe for me to put my resin on. So what I want to do is just get my UV resin, get that right on there, get my stick. I like to hold my pieces down and then just go all the way to the edge. And the resin to me just brings this particular piece out. It makes everything look bright and beautiful. Okay. Lighter. I'm going to put this under my light, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. These are completely cured. So this was the first side that I did. Of course, I do everything, you know, back and front if possible. And next, I'm going to show you how to add these beads. So I really want the pink to make these pop. So that's why I'm going with the pink. So get some wire, and whatever wire you decide to use, make sure you could get it in twice. So you're going to bend your piece, and then you got to make sure the wire is thin enough to get in there 2 times. So let me see if I double this one up, will I be able to get 2 in here? Let me just take a quick look. I like the thicker one, but sometimes I have to use the thinner one. So I'm just going to take my 2 and see. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to use the thicker wire. Let me put this one away. I like to keep the thin one for my real tiny beads if possible. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to say probably about 5 inches. That should be good. Let me see how long these actually are. Oh, they're actually a little over 6 inches. So that's perfectly fine. Go right in the center and try to make them even. They don't have to be 100%, but try to get them close. Put that through. And then get your bead and put it through both wires. I'm going to take this and push that all the way down as far as I can. I'm going to go right about halfway. So halfway there, and then bend them over. Okay. And now I'm going to flop this around to my other hand. And then I'm going to take this wire and just start going around the very top of that. And I want to pull that really tight. Make that as tight as I can. Sometimes it's a little hard. And let me get that right at the top. And then I'm just going to clip this as close as I can. And then push that together. And then I like to turn it where that is actually facing flat. So I could just get my findings on very easily without adding a jump ring. Look how beautiful that is. So whatever side you decide to use as the front or back, they're both going to be very similar, and they're both going to look beautiful. And it beads really brings your pieces together. I'm going to do more of those throughout my videos, because I really am enjoying doing the beads. There we go. Beautiful. I'm telling you guys, these are so easy, and look how beautiful they look. There we are. And then let me just grab my little hooks here. Take your round nose pliers, just open that up. Put those on. And there. And reclose them. So let me grab my silver pen here, or marker I should say. Go right over that, clean that up. And there. And look how cute these are. I think they're adorable. I really hope I was able to show you a nice, fun technique of adding marker to your napkins and then add in just a simple bead to get a beautiful, fun pair of earrings. So if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.